Hello students, today we are going to start liquids from solution and chapter number is 12 and you can find this topic 168. Okay, so first of all just recall that how can you evaporate water from any solid. When we want to collect any solid from solution, we boil that solution and evaporation takes place, and then after that we get required solid. So here they are telling that evaporating is a solution leaves the solid behind, but the liquid solvent is lost to the surrounding air. However, it is possible to collect the liquid. Generally in evaporation, what happens? Water evaporates, okay, and we get solid. But sometimes if we need liquid, we can collect it also. Okay, here you can see the apparatus. How can we collect liquid also? Here you can see a flask. This round bottle is a flask and this glass type of container is known as beaker. Okay, and in this flask, in this bottle which is known as flask, you have a solution, and that solution is of liquid blue ink which you use in your pen in your daily routine. Now when you heat this in this apparatus, in this system, water is not going to evaporate. Water doesn't evaporate. So what happens? When this solution boils, water passes through these tubes to the test tube and it goes into the beaker and test tube. So in this way we collect the liquid, and the solid powder that was present in the solution left behind the flask. So in this way we can collect both things. We can collect solid and liquid both. So that process is not evaporation. That is not evaporation. So let's see what is this known as. What did I tell you? That ink was made from ink powder that is dissolved in water. Okay, and I told you generally this system we use in lab. Okay, so when we heat this, so we collect water. So this process is known as condensation. So here when water is collected into the test tube and in this beaker, so it means that water condenses. When water boils, water passes into through this test tube and we collect in the test tube. So it means that process of condensation takes place. So water condenses. We will say that water condenses. Okay, and we get pure water, and this water is known as distilled water, and this whole process is also known as distillation. Now distillation involves two processes. First one is boiling and other one is condensing. Okay, and water purified in this way is called distilled water. Okay, water which we find out after this process is known as distilled water. Okay, and generally we use this in batteries, to steam irons, and in lab. Okay, but generally what happens that when steam is condensed, we can't get all of the amount of the water. Okay, so what are they saying in your book? Unfortunately, not all of the steam is condensed to water. Some of it escapes from the top of the test tube. A more efficient method of distilling is to use a condenser. So there is an other apparatus that is known as condenser. So in this apparatus, water and steam, we can collect the whole amount of water. So when water is boiled and it is in the state of steam, it doesn't escape. Okay, student, hope you understand this lecture. After that we will discuss the next point, and that is using a condenser to distill alcohol. Read your whole topic. Okay, and if you have any question you can ask.